Drag racing became more of a spectator sport than dry lakes racing, where the cars came from. To go to the dry lakes, it was a long slog over the hill, out to the desert, hot, dry. The drag strips, being old converted airfields, were close to the metropolitan area. If they're on paved roads, there was a lot of paved parking because of the ramps used for the aircraft, so it was much more spectator friendly. Guys could bring their girlfriends or their families, have picnics there, and watch the racing and sort of come and go from their homes that may have only been a few miles away.
We had a little fellow with a little hot dog stand type of thing, and he gave us a little cut in it, and we give a trophy. It didn't last forever, but it was, you might say, it was legal drag racing. So some of the guys would come out of LA because they could legally do it, where otherwise we're just, you're out in the street.
120 miles south, another piece of drag racing history was taking place in Santa Ana, California.
There was three guys got together: C.J. Hart, Creighton Hunter from Santa Ana, and Frank Stillwell from Anaheim. And C.J. says, you know what, we're all going out street racing about 5 nights a week. What we ought to do is see if we can get a place to run legal drag.
While Bob Chang is credited with organizing the first legal drags, it was C.J. Hart, Creighton Hunter, and Frank Stillwell at Santa Ana that added some important innovations, such as official timing, charging entry fees, even prize money for the winners. Drag racing was on its way to becoming a business.
Creighton Hunter, his dad had the clout with the county supervisor in Santa Ana and Orange County. And Frank Stillwell, he had insurance because he promoted motorcycle races. C.J. Hart had the idea, and the three of them formed a partnership. And yeah, very first day at Santa Ana, I was one of the few that were out there for the very first races, and won my class naturally.
For their first race at Santa Ana, the partners ran 55 cars in front of more than 300 spectators who paid 50 cents a piece admission. Drag racing's business model had been formed.
It just kept on getting larger and larger, and more people heard about it. And then some of them wanted to try it, so they'd build a car or would have a car that they raced, because there was a lot of street cars racing.
Police used to take us for keeping them off the road. They would come out there. We always had to hire a sheriff's department, a deputy, to see that everything was running all right. Hardly ever had any trouble till Dick Kraft. He was drinking. You've heard of him. Who hasn't?
It was everybody from Orange County, and then the guys come in from Santa Barbara and from San Diego. It was the first legal drag strip, and it cost you $2 to race, and you got a $10 trophy. It was, big deal, And so I won 20 trophies with a $200 car, so that ain't too bad. So,
Well, the first time I was at a drag strip, I sat in the stands, and I looked at the cars running out there. And my old 36 was running as fast as those guys. And this guy with me, he said, well, why don't you enter? And I said, I don't have the money. And he says, well, I do. So we entered a cup, $2 or whatever it was. And I got a trophy first day. So I said, well, it's kind of fun.
These first legal, sanctioned drag races attracted technically innovative hot rodders and their cars, like Dick Kraft and the Bug, and Art Chrisman and Leroy Neumeier's legendary record-breaking number 25 car. Hot rod clubs, like Joaquin Arnett's Bean Bandits, proved there was strength in numbers, too, using shared information and pooled resources to break countless drag racing records in the sport's early days. But of all the developments and innovations from this early era of drag racing, none would have as much impact on the future of the sport as one dreamed up one sunny afternoon in Southern California in the early 1950s.
I ran a coupe out there, and I switched that to a Crosley on the same chassis. And I took the Crosley body off, ran without any body, period, just the bucket seat and the chassis. Found out that was the wrong way to go because even though my top speed was about the same, my lapse time was slower. I wasn't getting the track. So that's when I went home. About 2 weeks later, come out with the first rail job that was ever done. That was effective. And what I did, I left the wheelbase long and moved the engine back, set the 90 engine. And that was the starting.
This photograph is the earliest known image of what would become known as the slingshot dragster. The need for speed had spurred Otto Rissmann to build a prototype whose influence can still be seen in the ultra-high-tech dragsters at drag strips all over the world today. Drag racing had made the quantum leap from the streets to organized activity, and in the 1950s, it would experience an explosion of growth as the highly combustible combination of young men, cars, and racing took off by leaps and bounds. It was fast, it was loud, it was elemental, and it was different.
You walk through the pit area or get up close to the starting line and you smell the tires, you smell the nitro, that stuff hooks you. I'm not kidding you. That really does. And all my friends who I've talked to over the years say, we're sitting there talking or something, God, I'd like to smell nitro now. God, we're all hooked on some sort of dope. And it happens to be a liquid thing in the can, you know.
Another landmark for drag racing occurred in 1951 when one of the true pioneers of hot rodding formed the National Hot Rod Association. Wally Parks was a Corby, Oklahoman, whose passion for cars was stoked in the 1930s and 1940s in Southern California. His creation, the NHRA, would legitimize drag racing and provide a protective governing body as the sport reached maturity.
There wouldn't be hot rodding or drag racing without Wally Parks. He had the big picture vision of what it could be. When Wally Parks formed the NHRA, it was for hot rodding. It's the National Hot Rod Association, not the National Drag Racing Association. Drag racing had a very bad name at the time, and he thought, I'll take this on and I'll use the name hot rodding. I won't avoid it. I won't dance around the issue. I'll hit it straight on. Well, the interest in drag racing became very large, and the hot rodders were going to drag racing, so it was only natural that he would get involved in that and use the same big picture vision of how to organize a drag race.
We had the challenge of trying to find ways and means to elevate our image to the general public. And I got a phone call one night from this young man who wanted to meet with me, and we got together, and he was a kid named Pete Peterson.
Robert Pete Peterson was the publisher of Hot Rod magazine, the first such publication for the growing hot rod culture. He wanted Wally Parks as his editor. In this capacity, Wally came to understand the hopes and fears of prospective magazine advertisers. The negative